Hello everyone, I'm your host Takuma, and welcome back to another episode of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. The last one? Could be. Wouldn't be surprised right now. We are in quite some wreckage, as you can probably tell. And if you can't tell, you may want to see an optometrist pretty soon. Or a psychologist, depending on how you look at it. Today, climbing further up the wreckage and finding a recording.
What do you have for me? Not much yet. I can confirm they're working on a special project. One entire floor in the agricultural department is off limits to most of us. Like we thought. That means that 3 of the big corporations are in on this, whatever it is. I'm doing my best to ingratiate myself with my section lead, but I doubt I'll get access anytime soon. Maybe we can get you access some other way. I'll talk to some people. Continue as before.
I have no idea what was happening there. I was just doing what the red told me to. Thank goodness for this little piece of technology as well. Gotta say. Now what? There we go. And what next? Just keep on going up. I feel like Batman. This is a whole bunch of these grapple points that I can use. Also, the music is very... I used the word somber before, but I don't know if somber is quite the right word for it. Not really emotional either. Which, I guess based on the mission, it's neither emotional nor lack of emotion. Not really determination either. Maybe silent determination to describe this music. It's really hard to figure out how to, good gracious, how to best describe it. Come on. Just gonna defy physics and let my grapple thingy go through most of the beams here. Oh dear. Couldn't help that. What are you doing? She was hanging on nothing, then she was standing on nothing. Would you rather be up here?
No, of course not. Make up your mind.
Are we going to be able to get up here in time? Yeah. Are we going to have like a showdown with Rebecca's people or something? Yeah. Okay, this is really annoying, game. Stop it. Stop it, I said! Okay, no idea how far back I am. It's not like I could do any better than what I had done. Okay, so... What? Maybe this is where I'm supposed to use my sprint or something. Did it just collapse under me? Yes, it did, actually. Thanks, game. That's horrible of you. Okay. Making progress. Here we go. Alright, safe zone here. Oh, sure, we need to turn around and go back anyway. That's fine. That's fine. Well, at least I can pass by all of that, and suddenly the entire floor is gone, so I just caused more destruction by reloading than I would have otherwise. And what did I do different this time? Hopefully whatever I'm grappling to is not something I will ever lose hold of. Is this a beam I can cross? Let's find out! Okay, it is. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Wants you to be careful, Faith.
Hey, you guys. Whoa. There's a huge hole in the wall here.
The explosion tore off one of the rotor plates. You might need the mag to keep going.
Might? Excuse me, what? What?
The explosion tore off one of the rotor plates.
There we go.
You might need the mag to keep going.
Now I understand it. Uh-oh. Awesome sauce.
Plastic is trying to open the elevator doors for you, but see if you can find another route in the meantime.
You know what you could really do to bring in some extra money for the tourism side of the city? And they wouldn't do it because... Gotta find another way. And they wouldn't do it because they discourage free thinking, emotional thought, and all that garbage. To them, it's garbage. But they could probably get a lot of business by doing parachute jump shows or whatever. Having people come up and do parachute jumps off the top of this building. I'm kind of hoping that they used to do that so I can find a parachute to get down when all of this is over. There's no way around, is there? This is not a combat game. It has combat in it. But is that really where I'm supposed to go? Why is runner's vision offline? Turn on. Thank you. Now where am I going? What, this way? What? Oh! I can climb these. Okay. See, that would have been really, really good to know. What? I can't climb these suddenly. And now it wants me to go... Can anybody explain this to me? I am very, very lost. I don't want to run through all those guards. Okay, back here. What? Game, that is a solid ceiling. What is wrong with you? Runner's vision is currently drunk. Maybe I'll activate a cutscene when I go over here?
Oh, whoa. Plastic! I need those doors open!
Now!
Ow!
I'm doing my best.
There's K-Sec everywhere!
I said I'm doing my best. The doors are open.
Apparently they were incapable of walking out that far. So now they're going to be sticking in here and trying to shoot me. If you can maybe close those doors now.
I made it.
Yes. Kuma's cheering you.
That's probably adorable. I hope you get video footage of that. Internet sensation will be viral very soon. Kuma the cheering robot.
Hey, Dogan here. You should know that I too am tracking your progress with great interest.
Okay. Why?
I'm throwing another on for you. This is my reflection, and I will be giving you the drawing. I can't tell your dad, but then you'd have no reason to come visit.
What's that?
You can own my possession, which Faith has been craving for some time. I'll let her tell you about it.
Hold on. Exploring. Done exploring. I pushed the L1 button when the prompt came up, just saying. Try this again.
Still no signs of general evacuation.
What about Kruger?
We're not even sure he's in the building. Could be he evacuated just in case.
Might make sense. Okay, had to jump up here.
Top. Quite a view up here.
Probably cold too.
I give in. You are the better runner, Faith.
Oh.
Faith, the console you want should be in the command center just below you.
What's your name? Are you sure? That's the old you. The part that is all dark and sad and pitiful. Are you now? What did you say? Speak up.
My name is Isabel. Isabel Cougar.
That's a good girl.
Yeah, that is absolutely brainwashing. Oh, hello. Never saw anything for it. Oh, water? Okay. Okay. Alright, let's,
I'm here.
Oh, you know what?
There's
Water
your
is good
console.
for reflection.
That's it. Connect the Omnistat drive and the virus will do the rest. And you should probably expect some guards to show up any minute.
As I suspected. What do you hope to accomplish here?
I'm giving people the right to decide things for themselves.
Oh, Faith, hasn't it ever occurred to you that people might want reflection?
They just want the pretty lie you're giving them, not the ugly truth.
Oh, yes, the truth is always ugly, isn't it? As you should know. It's your mother's work that you intend to wreck, after all.
She never wanted this. You perverted everything she ever stood for.
What do you know of her reasons? You were a child. You're still a child. Wantingly destroying everything around you. I promised your sister that I would capture you alive. Submit and you won't be harmed.
Never.
Two of them at once?
Eyes on profile breacher.
Nope. Can I run on this wall? I can run on this wall. Tally-ho! Thank you, guys. Go away. Okay, there's some damage on one of them. Hi, dork. Okay, that was some bit of good whatnot. Come on now. Where did they go? There's something down there. Why is your helmet open? Did I break it or something? Certainly not. Was it always like that? Where are they? Here's one of them. I don't know why he's not chasing after me. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna need you to help me on this. There we go. Let's try this again. Wait, is there only one left? No, there's two. There's definitely two. Absolutely. Stop that. No combo. No combo. Sir? Okay, I'm gonna need you to... Oh my gosh. Guys. Please stop. I don't appreciate. I'm gonna go this way. I can't go this way. Never mind! I can't go that way either. Never mind again. There we go. Finally got one of them with that. Okay. That guy is following me at a reasonable distance. And he's suddenly gone. Where'd he... There he is. Tally-ho! Okay. Almost done. I can probably take him out with... Why was Faith not attacking when I told her to? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, my heart's pounding. Get the guy, not the... Yeah.
Damn runt. I should have had you killed with your leech parents.
You've lost Kruger. Your control ends here.
Reflection is not about control. It's about survival.
For you and the other families, maybe. It's time you all withered and died.
Strong words.
By destroying Reflection, you're dooming your dear sister as well.
I'm setting her free.
Hardly. Isabel has a chronic lung condition. With Reflection, we've managed to keep it at bay. Destroy
You're
it.
lying.
Am I? Am I lying? You almost managed to kill her once. Why not just go finish the
Stay
job?
back!
Everyone around you dies, Faith. Did it ever occur to you that maybe you're the one to blame?
Shut up!
That was too
Killed
far.
my family. You killed my friends! And you killed Noah.
What the hell are you waiting for? Stop that thing and kill her!
Cat!
That was a scene.
Cat! Stop! Cat! Talk to me!
Is she down here? Where'd she go? Oh my gosh, she is down there. What? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! I am so lucky! Or was she told to hate us?
Stop it, Cat! My name is Isabel! Your name is Caitlin Connors! You're the daughter of Erica and Martin. And my sister. I have no sister. You left me! Cat! He said you died in the riots. With Mom and Dad. I cried for months. And then I convinced myself that you never existed. It was the only way. He killed our parents! I saw it! And he's killed hundreds more for the sake of reflection!
Isabel! Come! We're leaving!
You don't have to do what he says, Cat! You are your own person!
This has gone on long enough! Fire!
No, no, no!
Whoa! Wait, was Kruger dead in the next one? I don't think he was. Did he just die? What happened there?
Don't understand. I have to.
Whoa. Was this a prequel or a reboot? Okay.
Then that's how it all went down. I wish I could say everything changed. That the employees rose up in disgust over reflection and overthrew the conglomerate. But there was no mass uprising. No riots on the streets. Kruger's sect remained in control. Life went on as before. Or almost. Because something had changed. We'd started something. Something we intend to finish.
Okay. As far as cutscenes go, that was really great. Not the end dialogue. The end dialogue was kind of like, things kept happening, whatever. Get ready for the next game if you haven't played it. I really liked all the cutscenes that they did for the end there. Also, Kate is incredibly agile to be able to free run like that. That was insane. I was like, Faith, why are you jumping out the building? She's not over there. And she was. We saw her going down the building. Great cutscenes at the end there. The whole thing with Kate was just perfect, I think. At least right now. I know perfect is a strong word, but I don't think anything could have been improved there. There was definitely a lot of interior and exterior conflict that I really, really liked watching. There's a whole bunch of stuff to wonder about, and everybody believed everything that they said. I like the ending of the game. I like the way it ended. But I know that there is something that happens after this in the first one, but it feels like kind of an empty ending. I guess prequels are going to be that way, though. You have to leave something open so that it doesn't feel completely finished. And I guess in a way, the first Mirror's Edge game kind of ended like, well, now what? What's going to happen after this? And this one kind of ends with the same feeling, so I guess in that way it's a good ending to the follow-up game. Although... okay, you know what? It was fine. Yeah. It's really, really hard to figure out how I feel about this game, but I think it was fine. Which is not a conclusion I thought I would have. Like, for more than half of this game, I vocally hated it. But I think what I actually hated about this game the most were the sometimes unresponsive controls and the optional challenges that were always timed, in conjunction with the fact that whenever you'd follow runner's vision, which is, I assume to be showing you the fastest way to get from point to point, like the fastest normal way to get from point to point, you don't get there in time. And because of the online leaderboards, okay, the online leaderboard idea is fine. If you want to race other people to see who can get there the fastest, right down to the millisecond, that's fine. I am absolutely fine with this. This is a great idea. I'm glad that they did it. They did a good job. However, the city is not very well made for knowing where to go. You have to run the entire course, know where you're going, look around, plan it, figure out what the best way to get from each point is, and then you have to execute it perfectly. And if you're going for a leaderboard score, that's fine. But if you just want to get there in the normal amount of time, I feel like you should be able to follow runner's vision to get to where you need to go and finish up the course that way. If there's some reason, like, let me back up. If the runner's vision takes you around a point that might be a little bit more obvious that you're taking the long way around and you're able to take a small shortcut, that's fine. That would be great. But the way that you go through most of those missions is they're almost claustrophobic. They're open areas but with huge walls around you, so you never know exactly what the perfect way to go is. They're all set up for speedrun courses, for people who play for speed. And again, if you're wanting to do leaderboard stuff, that's fine. But I just wanted to finish up some of these challenges that they had. There was some lore behind all of them. Whenever you finished each one of them, they had things to say. I need you to get this from here to here because of these reasons. And while you're doing it, they will give you a little bit of story stuff. And then when you get to the end, the person that you're giving it to responds to the package with what you now know about what you were delivering. And I think that was really good. They gave it really good dialogue and setup and payoff for all that stuff. However, all of that is locked behind a timer. And that's not great if you're just wanting to get what's in the story. If you want to get what's in the game, see all there is to see, and keep track of everything, like make your own theories, follow conspiracies or whatnot, there's a lot of good stuff in there for it, but they lock it behind these timers that are brutal. It was the main reason why I was disliking this game, almost to the point of hating it. As soon as I dropped doing all that stuff, there was a few I encountered where I was like, I could probably do this one. I tried it out, I hated it. Later on, after I dropped them for good, I came across them and I thought, this one sounds interesting. This mission has an interesting name and I want to hear what the story is for it. And I wouldn't do it. I told myself I wouldn't do it, I refused to do it, and I will not go back and play this game for the rest of those collection stuff. Well, for the collection stuff, that was fine. I liked how they're scattered in the city and you can find them all. I don't think I ever got anything out of it other than extra experience, but I really liked being able to go around and collect everything. That was fun, I enjoyed it. But that stuff wasn't limited to a timer, it was something you could do on your own. There didn't seem to be any particular reward for it other than increasing your runner's tag emblem and whatnot for online play, and I never did any of that stuff too other than hacking a couple of billboards. And I guess those are fine reasons to do it, like to have these kind of rewards, but when you're doing just the whole collection run thing, if you're a person who doesn't care about the leaderboards and you just want to Mirror's Edge is about running on rooftops and doing a whole bunch of crazy parkour. That's great. That's a game in itself. That's what the first game was. It was linear, but you could do that, and it felt wonderful. It felt freeing and exhilarating, and it was a great time. And when they said that this one would be open world, it sounds like now you can run all over the place and just have a blast. And you're thinking, great, I love it, I want to do this. But then everything is confined to timed sections, and they made it less fun than the first game. It's really strange to consider that the first game with linear parkour is way more fun and enjoyable to play than the second game, which has open world parkour where you can run all over the entire city. I guess if you consider the fact that buildings are going to have these gaps in between them, yeah, there is going to be a bit of a restriction in that, but the buildings are still built so close together that you could like run for 5 minutes, then look around and have no idea where the building was that you started on. It sounds great. They did a really good job hiding all the collectibles scattered around the city, but the game itself was much less fun. And I don't understand how they screwed it up. It kind of makes me sad. I'm feeling emotionally sad that they took what they already had and made it worse. I was curious about the first Mirror's Edge game, and then I played it and loved it, and I knew there was a sequel, and I was like, okay, great, I want to do it. And I played this game, and for more than half of it, I hated playing it. And it wasn't until the last third of the game where the story was interesting enough that I wanted to keep on doing story missions to see what would happen next. The game has a lot of problems, and the story is very slow to get you really pulled in. Noah was a fun character to work for in a way, and the Dogen debt hanging over your head all the time made you feel like you were ready for things to really go down. Things were going to happen here. You're going to have to be worried about this all the time. And then it just kind of flatlines for half the story before things start to happen. And then a third of the way into the game, things pick up. I don't know what they did wrong, because it seems like everything's going really well. They have everything set up perfectly, and in some way they ruined it. Again, I can't say I hate this game now. I do hate a lot of elements about this game, but I don't hate this game. Despite all the garbage that you have to endure, I enjoyed playing it. Just playing the game is fun. Being locked into a timer is not fun. And it's nice to have motivation for it that you can agree with. I understand that Faith needed to do, when Faith was doing things for Dogen, the drop the drill down through the center of the building theme, that was pretty cool. You might want to do that so you can see all the destruction that happens. It's awesome. But the bullet point for that is the entire city is made of plaster. It's boring to look at. Everything blew up. Great. There's white falling on top of white. That's boring. Very bland. But you have all these little missions to do where you know that Faith wants to see them through. She has good motivation, and you as the player are like, when's the good stuff happening? Again, not a bad game. Just very poorly executed. It needed more ideas, it needed more feedback, and possibly quite a bit of polish. The controls, like I've said before, were sometimes unresponsive, and I don't want to come across as the guy who's having problems with the game and says, the controls are my fault, but they didn't listen sometimes. There were a handful of times where I was pushing the wrong button, I'll admit that. But then you push the right button and it's not listening to you. What's wrong here? Game, please? A lot of complaints about the game. Not to the point where I regret playing it, though. It almost was. If it had continued along the course that it had been doing when I was disliking the game at my highest point, I honestly think I would not have finished it. I would have gotten to a point and said, I'm done. I refuse to play this game anymore. It's come to the point where I am sick of it, and I'm not doing it. I'm glad I never got to that point, because I got to see the end sequence of the story, which was really the greatest reward, which I feel like games need to have. The end of the game should be the greatest reward for you, whether it's in a personal challenge like what they do in the Mario Odyssey. Won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't played it yet, but the final Mario Odyssey mission was not a cutscene in particular. The story had an ending with a cutscene, but the final level of a sort is something you play through, and that's the most satisfying thing. There are going to be RPGs, like Mother 3 was like half cutscene, half gameplay, and all of it was an experience in itself. This game did have a little bit of gameplay at the end, but the cutscenes that they had were the best part of it. Whenever she was fighting Dogen and like fighting for control, they were having their dialogue, I was like, please do not let me play this. I want to watch this and see how it turns out. Then she picked up the stick and I was like, okay, keep this as a cutscene, please don't make me push button to end game. And they didn't, and that was really good. That was the most satisfying thing. And it turned out so much better for it. The game had a great ending. I guess for the type of game that this was, the right way to do it was a finalizing scene of events and very little gameplay. The gameplay is like the journey of the game. It's what you want to play. The gameplay is its own reward. But trying to cram it into the end there, and they did do a little bit, but it was fine. I panicked a lot because I didn't know where I was going, I didn't know where to look. Somehow I turned out okay for it. But the gameplay shouldn't have a little bit. It was a little bit part of the ending. It was kept nice and clean, but the gameplay shouldn't have been the focus of the ending, and they didn't make it the focus. That's the word I'm looking for. And for this particular game, they did it right. It was the correct way to do it, and I'm actually proud of them for that. And these credits have gone on long enough, so I'm going to see if I can skip it now. I can't skip it. Darn it. I'm trying to come up with other things I can talk about this game, and now it's... Let me move on! I beat the game! I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes talking about the end of the game. Let me out! I want to stop playing! I have other things to do in my life. You're wasting my time! I mean, at least it's not as bad yet as Far Cry 3 was. I think those credits went on for like half an hour. Too many credits, too many credits. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to speed this thing up, because I'm tired of looking at this. I don't have anything more that I think I can say. Yeah, we're skipping ahead.
Joanna Kruger, CEO of Kruger Holding, today announced the successor to Gabriel Kruger, head of Kruger Sec and missing since the terrible events in Glass recently. Kruger will be superseded by his daughter, Isabel, who, while still mourning her...
Well, I have to go. Your sister's the new head of Kruger Sec. Interesting. Plastic made a breakthrough with Kuma. I'm off.
...for the failed reflection launch and promised a full investigation into what happened. Millions of...
I am sure glad to be rid of that crap. That's one I owe you forever, Faith. So, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna run.
Okay, that felt kind of flat. We're done. Hi, Icarus.
So Isabel Kruger...
Let me hack the screen again. This was mine. My last touch on the game. I guess we're done. There's nothing else to do. Nobody to interact with. There's no things to collect. No missions to run. Oh, there's a couple missions to run. Plastic does have some stuff for us. But they're like on the other side of the city near the Kruger Sec headquarters. What have we got here? Anything? I hear something. Just expand the metagrid. Anything else? Oh, these are all the The grid leaks that I never found. Okay, that's cool. There's a couple things over here. That's the metagrid, and this one is exit strategy. You know what? One more episode. We'll do... well, let me fast travel. Oh. I can't fast travel over there. Can I fast travel over here? No, I can't. Well, let's go over there. Nah! Should I say one more episode? This one's gone on long enough. We'll do one more episode, head over here, see what this is like. If it's stupidly short, it'll be a very short episode. I'll see you all one more time when we finally end this game once and for all. See you then.